7-year-old son in the back seat of his car, and he unfortunately lost control of the vehicle and hit a pole, and his 7-year-old son lost his...
What's up, family? This is your boy Del Gloria, back with another banger. So welcome back to my channel. So today we're about to react the 10 worst family members. So as you guys know, everybody got somebody in the family which is crazy, super loud, talking crazy, do some dumb stuff all the time. And then I hope you guys enjoy this video. So without further ado, let's jump to it. Let's go and see who's the worst. Let's go.
Great here. In today's video, let me go to the top 10 worst family members. And since I've got some kids who hadn't done their chores, so their dad freaked out and broke their TV and PlayStation controllers.
Crap, man, nothing. Your chores. What the crap? What the crap? You're gonna buy yourself a new TV by doing chores. You're gonna work it off. Where's your remote? Put your remote down here on the floor now.
This is gonna be me.
Where's the other one? I know you got another one. Where's that?
What is that? That is crazy. They really did some stupid thing.
Well,
That man, that probably did something, but that was crazy.
Strip club, so she goes and, well, does some things in front of some patrons with limited clothing options, and I guess she didn't have anybody to babysit her child while she was doing this, and just decided to leave her child alone in her locked car for hours while she was inside the club.
Look, that's an old baby, bro. With the one that's why they in the strip club.
In the first video, the baby appears to be sleeping. You then hear a woman in the background saying the baby's mother gave her the keys to the car so that she could move it. Police say the woman seen turning the car on is Eva Rudolph. About 15 minutes later, a second Facebook Live video shows the car now sitting in an alley. The baby still inside. Rudolph is seen again, this time pulling out of the alley and driving off with the baby.
And I think everybody knows that sometimes siblings can suck.
This is crazy, Mom. What you do to me, Mocha?
She actually put her 53-year-old sister inside of a wooden cage inside her house and basically locked her inside of there. All she had to sleep on was a dirty mattress. This place was insanely dirty. I mean, there was dog poop on the kitchen floor, among other things. But once it was figured out what his sister was doing, she was arrested.
At the home on 6th Street in Vesterberg, authorities say they found a house covered in filth with days of dog feces on the kitchen floor, and in the living room, a wooden cage. Inside that man-made enclosure, authorities from the State Attorney General's office found 53-year-old Loretta Lancaster kneeling in the cage alongside a baby's bottle and dirty mattress. In a litany of disturbing charges, including neglect and abuse, Lancaster's sister, 51-year-old Leona Beiser of Vesterberg, is charged.
And I just thought we'd get a Florida man.
Hey, this shit have pissed me off. I don't even like watching videos like this. This shit have pissed me off.
Alive anymore because they
crazy. I was in mine. I'll do some dumb stuff.
The body of a young
girl
was found this morning in the woods.
No,
family trouble, so he went out
just
and tried to find
you see, but you can't believe
him. The hitman that he hired ended up being an undercover detective, and he got arrested himself.
Filming during Pinellas County deputies say this man hired an undercover detective to kill his brother. Investigators say Gary Hudge told that man, who he did not know was a detective, that he wanted to have his brother killed because of family trouble. Investigators say he gave him his brother's address and even offered to provide a gun. After he gave the detective money, he was arrested.
This one is basically summed up as a Fast and Furious movie if everybody was rednecks. These two guys, I guess they had a debt that had to be paid. One of the brothers owed the other brother $200 or something like that, which objectively is not an insane amount of money. Let's get that over with for a second. At least for what they did in order to get that $200 back. Because one brother wouldn't pay the $200 back, the other brother decided to get into like a car chase with them, doing quite a lot more than $200 worth of damage because they were hitting each other with their cars, and were in a shootout the entire time as well, trying to hit each other, all kind of stuff, until eventually with
over 200.
Them shooting at them, I guess.
That's
not exactly the most
great.
stable family, in my opinion.
A feud between two brothers escalated into a full-on shootout, and now one is in jail, accused of starting the whole thing. It all started, though, over $200, allegedly. Here's News 4's Cassandra Sweetman.
That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. Samuel.
The sheriff says the suspect pulled out his gun, pointed it at his brother's head, and even shot at him a few times, all the way from the bank to their house. The climactic end to a dangerous chase.
Right there, I'm gonna drop you right where you're at. I like it.
Two brothers going head to head, all over a demand for cash.
Real quick, before the next one, make sure you like this video. Also, subscribe to my channel. If you have a family member that you hate, let us imagine this. You're a father and you invite your son over just for a nice little family dinner. You want to enjoy your night,
family members.
That's what happened here, except things didn't go quite as well as planned. And for some reason, the son decided that he was going to go off the wall and just kind of have a meltdown, a little bit off the rocker, and kidnap his dad. He tied him up against a pole in his basement, and then proceeded to go and drive to his mom's house because I guess they're split, and proceeded to kidnap his mom and his aunt, and brought them back to the dad's place and tied them to the pole too. They eventually escaped, and the dude was arrested, but I have no idea why he did it. Just for giggles, I guess?
Police say 34-year-old Michael Roboto went to his father's house 7 p.m. Friday night to have dinner with his father, 72-year-old Leo Roboto. But police say Michael took his father into the basement and bound and gagged him. He then drove and picked up his mother, Elizabeth Farbury, and his aunt, Janet Farbury. He took both of them to his father's house where he handcuffed them to a support beam in the basement. Then escaped to call 911. Roboto took off, sleeping in his car.
Your own family, your mom, your aunt, your father. You're going to kidnap them for no reason.
Saturday morning and arrested him.
Then, of course, this one's pretty crazy. This involves an owner of a popular restaurant chain called Sweetie Pies. And this guy, he has a couple different restaurants, so I'm not exactly sure why he ended up doing this. On top of that, he has his own cable TV show. I guess not anymore, but he pulled out a $450,000 life insurance policy on his nephew, and then proceeded to hire a hitman to take out his nephew, and unfortunately did so successfully. But after this nephew lost his life and this guy tried to pull out this $450,000 life insurance policy or claim it, things looked a little bit suspicious. His uncle ended up figuring out and was arrested. I still don't fully understand why this dude would do what he did, especially how bad it was.
Because
on
of
top
life
of the fact
insurance,
that he was pretty successful already. It didn't really seem like it was something that he needed to do for money.
Federal investigators say the murder for hire starts with Norman obtaining a $450,000 life insurance policy on his nephew back in 2014. Fast forward to March of 2016, federal investigators say Norman had been in contact with Memphis, Tennessee exotic dancer Terica Ellis leading up to the murder, with both arriving in St. Louis at the same time. Court docs show Ellis and Norman
hiring somebody just to kill.
To communicate on the day of the murder.
You're a killer.
You're a killer. That's where authorities say the gunman found Andre Montgomery in a 3600 block of Natural Bridge Avenue, shot him to death around 8:02 in the evening.
This one is just sad. Anybody who drives drunk is just garbage, quite frankly. I mean, if you want to put your own life in danger, that's one thing, but if you want to put everybody else's life in danger just because you can't afford an Uber or not be a piece of trash for one night, then, screw you. But for this one, we got a father who was drinking, and he had too much, and then proceeded to drive, and he had his 7-year-old son in the back seat of his car, and he unfortunately lost control of the vehicle and hit a pole, and his 7-year-old son lost his life.
Sergeant Chris Allen with the Clinton Township Police Department says the driver in a one-vehicle accident that struck a pole with his 7-year-old son in the car definitely wasn't sober.
Call Uber, call Lyft, call something.
The crash happened a little after midnight Sunday morning, just the latest accident to happen in the last 3 weeks.
He killed your own son. That's your fault. You're going to be regretful for the rest of your life. You might, but
with five people losing their lives, ranging anywhere from 7 years old up into the mid-80s.
This one involves a 13-year-old boy. And this 13-year-old boy, he actually took 2 people's lives. And he was arrested for doing so, but managed to escape somehow. I'm not sure exactly what he did to do so, but he was on the run from cops for a full 2 days, and they managed to catch him after he went to his uncle's house and tried to get his uncle to, I guess, take him in for a little while or something like that. And he actually showed up with a leg shackle on, which is kind of crazy. But his uncle ended up letting him know that, he's going to call the police, that kind of stuff. They came and arrested him.
Yeah, this is the new video. 13-year-old Jericho was brought back to jail in Fayetteville last night. Jericho is accused in 2 murders and has been on the run for nearly 2 days after he escaped custody.
But why? Why
Jericho
kill
escaped on Tuesday. This is video of law enforcement agencies searching for him in Lumberton. During that time, Jericho's uncle, Wayne Lambert, says the boy was walking around the railroad tracks and spent the night in the woods. On Wednesday, he says Jericho showed up at his house, still wearing his leg shackles.
That father once started to off with one that is downright scummy. That a mother who tried to sell her own son for $2,500. And the reason that she wanted this $2,500 was
you're going to tell your son, I'll discourage you about money.
Illegal substances that she has partaken in.
This should have pissed me off.
Money for those. So she thought the best way to do that money was just, to sell her own child.
$2,500?
I thought she would ever do this to my
There's no price for you to sell your own child.
Talking about what he, family, and investigators say Esmeralda Garza, the mother of his child, did.
I feel like this was all a plan that she had.
They say she sold Roland Olivares III to a man and a woman for $2,500 to pay off a drug debt.
He just trusted the mom so much.
She got a big drug involved in
that
this.
anything like this would happen.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, like you said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I didn't enjoy it, it just pissed me off because it seemed kind of weird stuff, craziness stuff. There's a lot of people crazy out there. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys relate to this bullshit. I hope you guys don't relate to this bullshit. Let me rephrase it, because this is. I know there's a lot of people. Besides those people, I know there's a lot of people going through, going to see stuff like this. There's a lot of crazy stuff. People love money. People don't love nobody else. People don't love each other. People just love money. People get addicted to BS and drugs and stuff and start doing some dumb shit. So I hope you guys enjoy. I see you in the next video. Don't forget, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the bell. I see you in the next video. Alright, stay safe.